to leave the village. I want to go live in the States. I left this refuge. Not telling my family where I'm going, because if I told my family where I'm going, they will get killed. And then we hide in Antigua for 6 months until they give me a visa. Took a long time, 6 months, and because they don't believe I was married to a man from U.S. because they don't respect our tribe. They don't respect who we are. We are indigenous people, and it's like they think it's like indigenous person. Why she will go to the States? It's like you don't have a right to go. And it was very hard. That's what we had this war, because they didn't respect the Mayans' rights. If they respect that, then we never had war. But that's what a lot of the Mayan men, they formed guerrilla groups, and because they wanted to fight. And with the fight, and then little things change, not the whole lot, but then little things change. But that's what I learned English. It's very hard for me to leave my family, and I know a lot of people got killed. And then at least I'm living in a safety place, but a lot of the people I know, and they got killed. And then in 1993, we separated with my husband, and I came back to live in Santiago, Atitlan. And also, it was a medicine man. He came to Rewrite Museum in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Then I went to talk to him. He was from Guatemala. Then I told him I have this problem with my husband. We separated. And the old man, he did a special kind of reading for me. And he said, "You're not a bad woman. He's not a bad man. And then you should go back to your roots. Go help your own people." And that's why I came back to live in Santiago, Atitlan. And then I told the older man, I don't want to do healing work. I'm a weaver, I do embroidery. But the old man say, you can do that, but then you have to feed your spiritual part, and also you have to use it to help your people. And because when I was younger, I had this epileptic seizure. My epileptic seizure, and when I met Martin, and he took me to a medicine man and his teacher, and they cured my epileptic seizure with Mayan healing. And then the old man says, the reason I have seizure because I didn't understand the power of my medicine. But then this man, Martin, and the old man, he helped me, and then I stopped having seizure. It's been 45 years I didn't have seizure. And then I have people, they come to me, adults or teenagers or little children, then I will work to them, I will talk to them why they have the seizure. It doesn't matter if you're an evangelical Christian, it's like you don't have to swing incense to do rituals. But they can become modern doctor, they can be nurse, they can be a massage therapist. Just depend what's the gift you brought from your gift from the Mayan calendar. Because each day we have a different date in Mayan calendar, or we have a different day we're born. Each of us, we have a different signs. Sometimes we bring gift as a writer, sometimes we are healer, sometimes it's like we can talk in public, sometimes we can work with government, it can be a lawyer. It's just different gifts we have. But that's what the reason I learned all of this from my ex-husband Martin and the old man. And then when I came back and I started to do my own work, and it's a weaver, and also I started to do tours. It's been like 31 years I'm guiding. I have a friend here, he owns the Hotel Posada de Santiago. He has a restaurant and a hotel. That's what my father used to work when we were going to the States. When I came back, this man, he asked me if I wanted to do this tour for his guests, and that's how I started. Now, so many people, they know me. I'm in different guidebooks. Lonely Planet started first, and then they came to Santiago and they took my name and they put my name in that guidebook, several books, and I work with different people, anthropology, and or people they wanted to know healing ceremony, or they wanted to know about the history, what's happening here, and that's what I do. Yeah. And then this village in Santiago Atitlan, the old village, there was the bird house. And the old village used to be in front of the volcano of San Pedro. That's what the Mayan ancestors, the Mayan people, they used to live there. But when the Spanish came, they just moved everyone here. They made this new village, they call it Santiago Atitlan. Santiago Atitlan, Atitlan means lake. It's the Nahuatl words, Atitlan. But we call it Chilla. Chilla is lake. And that's what we wear. Birds embroidery represents the name of the old village. And also in Mayan calendar, we have the date. They call it like the birthday. Sometimes 8 birds, 13 birds. That's the different, the energy of the Mayan calendar in each day. Bird represents wealth, fortune, happiness, long life, sweetness. That's what birds represent. And that was the name of the old village. And this is the only village you can see pieces of bird embroidery. And then, and they made the Mayan ancestry into this new village. They call it Santiago Atitlan. And they make the Mayan ancestry to build the Catholic Church on top of the Mayan temple. This is the old steps from the Mayan temple. It's 20 steps. 20 represents like, in 1 month here in Mayan calendar, it's 20 days, and also represents one person. One person is Hunwinak in Mayan language. Hunwinak, one person, and we have 10 fingers, 10 toes, it's 20. And that's a special number in Mayan calendar. And then inside this church, like the wall part of this church, owned by the Mayan religion people, or we call it the brotherhoods. Like they changed the clothing of the statue today, and they're gonna get washed tomorrow. They follow the cycle of the Mayan calendar for purification, for cleansing. Tomorrow it's a special day, and today it's a special day planting corn seeds. And corn, that's the main food here. And then inside the church, you're gonna see many statues. They have a scarf, they have a silk scarf, because what the people ask, and they receive the blessing, and they leave some offering inside the church. Right in front of the Christian altar, we have a special center, the center of the universe, and also represents the navel of the earth, or the umbilic of the earth. And that's what we have inside the church. It used to be a tunnel, like the Mayan ancestry, they go under and they meet into another temple. It's sunrise temple, sunset temple. And that's what they go in there. And then since became Catholic Church, the Catholic, they closed that. They only left couple meter for Jesus crucifix and Holy Weekend. And then they put Jesus on the cross, and then that's just for the cross, couple meter. It's still like Mayan medicine man, they use that place. And then Jesus is still adopted into Mayan religion, represents corn gods, because that's the main food here, corn. And then when they plant the corn, when the plant grows, that represents Jesus' resurrection. And that's how they see Jesus. Like the medicine man, they do prayer of Catholic, Mayan prayer, and also they do it with Jesus. And also we believe it's only one God, the creator. And that's the rest of them, they're just helpers. It's like when we do Mayan rituals, we use the energy of the volcano, of the lake, of the cloud, because that's what gives us life. If we don't have water, we can't live. That's what we call the water mother lake. why Mother Lake? Because like a woman, she has a baby, nursing her baby. The lake nurse us. That's what we call it. She's our mother. Yeah. And then inside the church right now, you can take a look at it. And then it's a mass going on. Someone passed away, a young man. And then we can go visit one of our priests, got killed by the army in 1980. Same thing, this priest, he was so kindly, friendly, helping lots of poor people here. And then when the war started, they accused him he was part of the guerrilla group, and he was not. He was helping the malnutrition children, people they don't have education, or people they don't have medicine. That's what he's doing. And then we can take a look at his. It used to be a bedroom, but they turned to a chapel. And we can take a look, and all of the statue inside the church. This church has been built 1547, and all of the statue they're old. It's like 1547 when they carved the statue by the Mayan ancestry. It's like all of the statue here, they has the knowledge, the energy of medicine of the Mayan ancestry. And the priest's heart is buried inside the church. You can take and look at the image of Stanley Rother that we called him Padre Aplas. Then you can take a look at it, or we can go see the chapel first, then come back, take a look inside the church, and then allow picture. And then I would like to explain about this lady's life. Magdalena, she just turned 84 or 85. And Magdalena, in 1980, when the army they arrived here in 1980, her husband, in January 20th, he went to go plant corn for someone else. And then the army came, they thought that they were a guerrilla group. And they didn't ask questions, they opened fire. Each of this man, they got killed in a cornfield. And one it was Magdalena's husband, and he got killed. Magdalena, she got left with 5 children. Magdalena, she can weave herself, she does embroidery, she can make a piece of cloth for other people. It takes a long time. And then what's happening, Magdalena, this idea came to her. She went down to the dock. She's starting to do her demonstration hat by the dock. And then they took her picture, and she received some donation to buy food for her children. And that's how Magdalena raised up her children. Magdalena's children, they're all grown up now. She's well known by the tour guides, and they come and they take her picture. And then when I was a young girl, every girl wearing their hats. I wear my hat. I still have a hat now when I'm participating in Mayan rituals. And Magdalena, we used to wear them every day. This represents the knowledge of the Mother Earth, the energy of the Mother Earth. And then that's why she wears this hat. And then the army, we used to go down to the lake, get a jug of water. And the army, they grab the woman and they rape a lot of women. And then when a woman is yelling for help in 1980, they will get killed. They got killed, lots of pregnant women and old ladies. And that's why they stopped wearing the hat. And Magdalena, she continued wearing her hat. This hat represents the sun when it's round, and the red color red represents sunrise. It represents our blood. The multicolor represents the rainbow. And this hat is 20 yards wrapped around, and also it can be medicine. Like if a woman, she gets pregnant, and then she loses her baby, when she gets pregnant again, they go to a midwife. They do a special ritual and a piece of hat, like 1 meter. And then when she gets pregnant, they tie it in her waist, make sure the baby stays. And that's what this hat, not just the piece of cloth we wear, it has a lot of meaning. And that's what Magdalena, if you like to take her picture, she'd be happy and she can show you how she puts it on.
So if I can, thank you, Dolores. Thank you so much. So what Dolores is also speaking to is how during the Civil War, people who dressed in indigenous clothing were targeted because they were thought to be as part of like the resistance against the army. So in order to survive, people had to abandon their indigenous identity. They had to change themselves in order to survive. So that's why what's really cool to understand is when you see these traditions, the clothing, the weavings, the symbols, this hat, for example. This is a way that the Mayan people are standing up for themselves and preserving their history, their stories, and their traditions. So it's very cool that we get to see this demonstration now, because this is a practice that could have been very easily wiped out through the Civil War. So that's what I love is like we're getting to hear these stories and touch on like the real culture. And that's also why sometimes today it can be sad to see people get, a lot of young people especially, just becoming very westernized. And it's so important that these traditions are maintained. Josh, don't touch it.
I also wanted to do it.
Don't.
No, there was.
Okay, if you need to.
Perfectly imperfect.
Yeah. It's like
Wow.
besides the back.
I see what you're
So OCD is like showing
Wow,
itself.
qué bueno, qué bonita.
Wow.
So this lady also, she has hummingbirds and some bracelets and things to
Yeah,
sell.
she
Yeah.
has-
So if you want to bless her up,
She has a bracelet and quetzales.
yeah, you can.
And quetzal birds.
So if you want to bless her up, if you want to give a tip for the presentation, that's also really nice to do. And feel free to bless her up and buy some of her bracelets or hummingbirds or things. So this is the quetzal bird that she has, which is the national bird of Guatemala.
So it's not
It's different than a hummingbird. Girl, thanks for that.
30. That's 30, right?
Yeah, good job. Yeah, great. It's 10.
10. Oh, okay. What is this?
Okay, we'll wrap up this video for now. Okay, guys, we're gonna go into the church. This is always a very emotional place for me because of the American priest Stanley Rother, who really stood up against the army that was really causing a lot of harm. He was this Catholic priest here at this church, and he lived here. He learned the language. He actually gave mass in the local Mayan dialect, he stood up against the army. He was martyred. He died for it. He died for the Mayan people. His heart was actually buried here. So they took his body back to be buried with his family. They kept the heart here because the Mayan people, because his heart was here. His heart was here in this church. So yeah, I'm really glad that we're able to tune in to Dolores and also bless up these elder women. And that's why I called this video the most important voice, because I believe the most important voices are the voices of women, especially the elder women, who carry the memory, the story, the traditions, the creation, right? So yeah, it's really beautiful. And Christian, this is exactly why I wanted to come here to Santiago, because we're getting this like rich cultural experience. It's not just like the tourist stuff. This is history, and I think it's really beautiful. So maybe I'll keep they're doing a mass inside the church. Maybe we'll stand at the edge and just kind of show around. Jen, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a breeze, and I didn't bring my little microphone today. Roger, thanks, Roger.
We use it as a bookmark
Oh,
because these are quite small, right?
Yeah.
Like, see?
you know what? You can always keep them as like a gift for when you go back, and there's the friend that I completely
right.
forgot. You have like ready gifts for friends.
Right, true,
you know?
yeah. I'd probably use one of these as a bookmark.
Yeah. Great.
So great.
100.
Okay, guys, we'll just wrap up this video so we can really present. If we can do if it's another good spot to do it. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Wish you were here. It's love. There's people from behind. Holly, can I ask you a question on camera?
Yeah.
How does it feel to be here and to like hear the stories and like witness the people and
Almost free.
I have
Also last 25 feet. Okay.
Lisa, pick one for yourself.
Dolores. I love Dolores too. I'm so glad we got to meet her. You know, I was almost like, as I was crafting the itinerary, I was like, should we go to Santiago? It's a lot of energy. It's like really intense. Oh, thank you. Thanks. But it was like, no, we gotta come meet Dolores. We gotta introduce Holly.
Everyone get it?
Dolores definitely. That's why we did this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video. I love y'all so much, and see you soon. And hopefully you're making videos. Yeah, so Wild at Heart with Holly. You can follow Holly's videos. Sherry's making videos on her page, Sherry Love. And Marlena's making videos.
She can give you 50 your change.
Marlena doesn't have Wi-Fi on her phone, so she's recording stuff.
Yeah.
She'll post stuff later. So,
She gives you
so you can follow along with Ladies Adventures.
Okay.
I love you guys so much.
Gacha. Oh, gacha.